Welcome back. So today something was approved. It means the industry is going to change forever because of this approval. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what was approved and why it's so significant, and also talk about what happened this morning. It seemed like we had a little bit of a shakeout. Once again, no surprise, but the shakeout seems to be over, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think the next level will be. So let's start out with this huge, significant approval, okay? And that is the Bitwise Crypto Index ETF. So why is this significant? So this index ETF is basically, it was future-based, and it tracks all the big cap crypto, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Chainlink, Sui, Sol, Avalanche, Litecoin, and Polkadot. So this allowed investors to get exposure basically with all these big caps and Bitcoin at the same time. It was future-based, not spot-based. But Bitwise decided to ask for approval to convert this to spot-based, which means, just like spot ETFs, the more demand there are, the more they have to buy. They actually have to custody these crypto. And now we know the answer. The answer is yes. The SEC gone ahead and approved the conversion. So that means, now not only do we have Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, we have this one kind of funky Sol ETF, but now we have like a basket ETF approved. Again, that contains Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Sol, Sui, Avalanche, Chainlink, Polkadot, Litecoin. That's a good combo, first of all, except maybe the exception of the last two I said. But also, this is big for investors who have no clue about like which ones to pick. This would be a bucket ETF. And this is big for an industry. This says the precedence, of course, for every single one of these to get approved. Because if the SEC approved the bucket, then of course they think that each one is no longer security. And this is the green light for XRP, ETF, Sol ETF. We know those are coming, right? But also Cardano, Avalanche ETFs, Chainlink ETF, Litecoin ETF, Polkadot ETF. I mean, these are all basically greenlit. So these projects, man, watch out. I think, you know, if they haven't started already, soon you will see investors flock to them. It's pretty much guaranteed that they will all get ETFs. And plus, with this conversion, which I don't know when is going to happen, but this in itself should bring a good amount of interest and volume into the space already. Bitwise isn't the biggest fund out there or fund issuer, but still pretty decent sized. So this is huge. And then we got others now, like today, Ondo, 21 shares filed for an Ondo ETF, and Ondo start going up. They're definitely into the RWA game, and you know, I think we're going to see a lot more filings for crypto ETFs. And the SEC, I mean, again, just think about how things have changed. Even a year ago, everyone was afraid of being sued by the SEC. Now the SEC is approving all these crypto ETFs. So just take a second to think about how things have really changed, really changed. So that's the biggest news of today, and it's spectacular. And again, it kind of I don't know what you say, reassures, I guess, or is going to help continue altcoin season, because I've been talking about that for the past, I don't know, several days now, a week now. Unsure if we are in altcoin season, but it definitely looks like it. It definitely looks like it, and this is only going to help and accelerate it. But another signal that we're in altcoin season happened this morning. This shakeout, right? I was streaming and things seemed to be okay, and then started coming back everything started going down for no reason. And I was wondering, even those of you guys that tuned in, I was like, did anything bad come out or whatever? Jerome Powell, I think, talked or whatever, but there was not any significant news. But all the crypto-related stocks tanked hard. Bitcoin started going down. All the alts started going down. But right now, Bitcoin is right under 120,000. So we have done a V-shaped recovery right back up. And Sol, for example, is at 205. It's above 200 for the first time in like many, many months, right? Probably this ETF news probably helped it, but you got Ethereum coming back up almost to 3,800, SUI, XRP is closing at 360. You got all these movers, right? Bitcoin dominance ticked up slightly this morning, but man, the alts are not going away. They are still extremely strong. And there's a lot more institutional interest. I read something about Cathie Wood. She's going to get into Ethereum, just like all these other guys that are now starting to load up on Ethereum all of a sudden. So that's definitely going to help carry us into altcoin season 2. So, I mean, these are all fantastic. These are all fantastic stuff. So that's really what it comes down to. On the macro front, a couple of good things. The U.S. made a huge trade deal with Japan. So the tariff will only be 15%. And then Trump said supposedly they're going to invest $550 billion. Japan's going to invest $550 billion into U.S. and the U.S. gets to keep 90% of it. I don't know what that means. But he's like, Japan's going to create hundreds of thousands of jobs. So any trade deal is good. Japan, obviously, automotive imports is a huge thing. But electronics, I mean, you name it. So this is good. A trade deal was made with Indonesia too. I think they're set at 19%. But you know, it's like countries are now getting used to the fact that there will be some kind of tariff. And they're just got to deal with it, but they're trying to make deals to make it as low as possible. But it seems like this premise is working. You got all the major countries now making deals with the US. So obviously the smaller countries are going to follow suit as well. So from a macro front, this is also pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, oh, and last thing I want to talk about is where Bitcoin could be imminently. Because, you know, I've been looking at that liquidation heat map a lot, and I've been telling you guys where, you know, it's no surprise if we fall or go up. There's a lot of liquidations, short liquidations right around 120,500. So earlier today we hit like 120, 200, something like that. But there's a lot of levels between 120, 500 going all the way up to 122. So if the market makers are doing their thing and we get some short liquidations and we got positive momentum, it looks like Bitcoin is ready to break through our previous high and head to 123 and then possibly 125 or even higher. That could come as soon as tonight, as long as Japan and others in Asia do not decide to sell off, because we got that momentum back, but we get a little bit more short squeeze and the market makers do their thing to clear out the the shorters and the short liquidity, then we're golden. And we're golden, and the alts are still rallying right now. I'm wondering how high Solana's going to get, because I told you guys it was underperforming the last few weeks, but I said it's going to catch up, and it's starting to catch up, and a lot of the memes on Solana is starting to come back, right? So this is, again, early signs that altcoin season is here, and more evidence show that it's going to stay. So that's it. That's it, guys. Nothing else to talk about other than enjoy your gains, continue to do what you're doing, hold on DCA, and that's really it. That's really it. And don't forget to join my Discord, my free Discord, under the cryptosaurus.com/learn page, and check out bootcamp. We had 2 days of bootcamp. There's 3 more days to go. So we've been posting recorded videos after every session. So make sure you check it out. But outside of that, guys, it's looking good, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, same time as usual, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one. Bye-bye.